Hey class, today we're getting into part one of proportions. Okay, so that's what we're going to be dealing with. We're trying to get into a new understanding called proportional reasoning. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and write this. Here's your title, and write this on your paper as well. Ooh, almost ran out of space right there. So again, we're going to be talking about proportions. Okay, proportions. I'm going to go ahead and write the definition down. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get the definition down. Here we go. So definition is when two ratios are equal to each other. Okay, when two ratios are equal to each other. And so we've talked about ratios before, right? We've talked about ratios, right? Ratios, we got to remember that a ratio is a relationship, right? It is a comparison of two different objects, two different items, two different quantities, right? And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about when two ratios or two, remember what's another, what way can we represent ratios? Starts with an F. Fractions, right? It's when two fractions, and actually we can write that on here as well. Let me go ahead and use another color. You can also say, oh, actually, you know what? Let me bring this up a little bit. Put that up here. Yeah. So definition of proportions, when two ratios are equal to each other, okay? And then you can also say, write that down here. You can also say when two fractions are equal. Okay, and I'm going to put that in parentheses right there, okay? So again, the definition of proportions is when two ratios are equal to each other. You can also say when two fractions. Okay, you can also say when two fractions are equal to each other. Okay, and then I'm going to give you a little example down here. So let's say we have let's draw our fraction line here, equal sign, and another fraction line. So these are two fractions. We're going to say these are two fractions. And on the left side, we're going to have the ratio of triangles to circles. We're going to say one triangle, three circles. Okay, this is our ratio over here. So we got one triangle to three circles. Now we're gonna scale this up, right? Like we talked about scaling up before, right? We're gonna scale this ratio up by 3. So 1 times 3 we get 3. 3 times 3 we get 9. So over here on the left, our ratio is, or our relationship of triangles to circles is 1 triangle to every 3 circles. And over here, our relationship or our comparison, our ratio is 3 triangles to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 circles. So again, what you want to remember about this, let me go ahead and write this here. Remember that a ratio is a relationship. A ratio right? A ratio is a relationship. Okay, is a relationship. A little bit over here. Is a relationship. Right? That's what you want to remember. A ratio is a relationship. And not only that, you can say a proportion is when a relationship is the same. A proportion is when a relationship is the same. So let me write that down. A proportion. A proportion is when a relationship is the same. Right? Is the same. Right? So again, this is part one, okay? And so of proportions. And again, I know it's it's kind of sometimes hard to wrap our minds around what a proportion is. But again, we're going to use proportions to solve problems. Many examples to come. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.